Before we dive into today's episode, have you grabbed your free copy of the Female Body Awareness Kit yet? If not, girl, you are missing out. This isn't your average PDF download. We are talking juicy checklists, hormone-friendly hacks, and real-life routines to help you feel in sync with your body. Whether you're navigating PCOS, endo, or just not quite feeling like yourself, think of it as a survival guide we wish we had years ago. And yup, it's totally free. Just head to our website or tap the link in the show notes to snag yours now. We hope you're ready for an absolute ride because this episode brings the heat. We are joined by Muay Thai professional fighter Britt Thomas for one of the most energetic, empowering conversations yet. We dive into what it really means to own your space, trust your body, and know how to fight back. From self-defense to the mental grit behind training, this one packs a punch in all the best ways. So, Brittany.
Huh?
Triple
Yes.
B.
Wait, which one?
What's...
It's me.
For everyone out there, we just have to say, BB and I are so fucking excited for this episode. But Britt, what season... We are pumped.
Awesome.
What season would you say you're currently in at the moment?
Me?
You.
Like with myself?
Just in general. Like, what season are you currently in?
Like, what stage of life are you in, or career, or whatever?
So, I was talking about how I did my hair, obviously. That was a long time coming. I've been platinum blonde for, like, more than 10 years. So I was like, no, bitch, I need something tangible that I'm going to change because I'm entering the new year era, right?
I love that.
I love this question because I literally had this conversation with myself and I was like, this is my classy setting boundaries era. And if my boundaries make you uncomfortable, you can jog along, So that's where we're at. Unapologetic, baby.
I love that.
That's awesome.
So your seasons.
Our season. Well, this is our season. Our season of not having a full-time job and putting all of our energy into season and every season. And
being a queen.
Yeah, 100%.
So cool. Sorry. Don't mean to interrupt.
This is such a hype episode. I feel so hyped.
I feel like we're going to be the ones getting interviewed and asked questions.
No, that's what I was about to say, babe.
I will ask this question. Sorry,
Babe, we're interviewing you here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but it's really
You're the important one.
Okay, sorry. I know I'm not very good. I love a good conversation.
Britt, I'm actually super excited to hear all about your story. So, like, what I want to know is, like, your journey into becoming a fighter. So take us there.
It's not, at least that one's actually not very interesting. But I started fighting ages ago when my brother was training and I was like, everything that he did I wanted to do. I was like, that's really cool. I want to do that. And I was playing soccer at the time, like semi-professionally, and I was like, soccer is life, blah, blah, blah. Ames remembers that. Actually,
you were like my idol. No, I know. You are legit my idol. You were. Seriously.
Did you guys play together?
Nah. No, we actually never did.
Oh, okay.
We never did. So yeah, I did it off season. So I did it in my pre-season as like what's it called? Pre-season fitness, and I was like, cool, I'll give it a go. At the start, I was like, cool, this is fun, hitting stuff, but am I gonna do this as a serious thing? Like, who wants to be hit in the face? Bitch, are you serious? Like, stay away from me, right? Didn't understand it. And then I just kept showing up, enjoyed it, got fitter, fucked soccer off because there was a lot of stuff that I didn't enjoy there, and I got really down as an athlete, I would say, and then started pouring more into this. And then next thing I fucking know, I have my first amateur. My family didn't know about it. Do you know this story, Ames?
I feel like I know a little bit, yeah, because I think,
It's like,
I think,
I was like,
yeah.
like, I'm never going to tell them. Like, they'll never know that I'm fighting because they weren't, particularly into it, whatever. And then I go to my first amateur and I see basically my dad's best friend's daughter working there. And I'm like, hey, man, how you going? She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm about to punch on. Like, what are you doing here? She's like, oh, I'm just working here. I was like, cool. Anyway, and then, my dad sees my dad's best friend like later. And then he's like, oh, I saw, I think I saw Britt. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, went to show him a video and dad was like, what? And so he found out because, fucking, is either Kate or Emma had seen me at the amateurs and he's like, what did you do this weekend? And I was like, oh, like nothing. What did you do this weekend? Anyway, and then we had a little sit down and we spoke about it and we
Sorry, Britt. Why didn't you tell us why? Like, walk us through why you didn't tell him in the first place.
It's like, I think it's different when a guy turns around to his family and goes, oh, I'm fighting, like, makes sense, right? It almost gets, what's the word? It's a bit glorified for a dude to be a fighter. And as a woman, it's like, like, are you going to be okay? Like, I don't want you to hurt yourself. It's like, we're doing the same fucking thing,
So,
right?
like, protection. Was he, like, protecting you or?
Yeah, and I can understand that. It's intense. There's no, you don't play Muay Thai I don't know if you guys saw my last fight, but it was very hectic. And so I understand that, as someone's daughter, like they wouldn't want to see their child, in their spare time, fights. So I get that. And I think there's a huge risk factor to a sport like fighting. But I'm always going to do whatever I want to do anyway. So it's just kind of like, you're going to support me.
Did you win that amateur fight?
No, I didn't. It was my first amateur and I versed some, it was my first time in the ring. And I was like, fuck it, yeah. And she had like so many amateurs and she was an MMA fighter. So she had other different types of amateurs and she was a big bitch too. She was like tall but anyway, I thought it was great.
So do you get to, and like pardon my ignorance here, but like with your amateur fight, do you get to pick or anything like that? Or you just like, you get chucked into the ring and you're like, yep. So like question. Sink or swim.
I don't go out into the public and go any mini miny mo. But they have
imagine.
But dude, that'd be so scary. So you get picked. So you get coupled with someone that has the same weight. That is the same weight as you, same experience, that kind of thing. Was meant to be. Like, not necessarily for that situation, but
Where was the first fight?
My first amateur was in, where was it? Like Chadstone, Flinders.
Okay.
Flinders Lane Hotel or whatever it's called.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, it's a bit more about experience with amateur, and then professional. It's a lot more thought, I would say, goes into it because you're padded with amateur and you ain't got nothing but your fucking integrity when you're fighting in professional. So, yeah, it's a little bit different in that way. So I had a couple of amateurs and then went in and started. Yeah.
So did you get the bug from there? So at that point to being your journey. So like you did the amateur fight, you did training, you did the amateur fight, and then you're like, I want to do more. And then that's when you started training harder.
I think I was like, I'm going to see how this goes.
Yeah.
And then I didn't expect that I would continue on. I was like, I'll just do a couple and see if I like it. And to be honest, the thing that kept me in it and kept showing up is the training and like what I kept learning about myself when I was continuing on and doing the things that you had to do. And because training for an amateur is different to training as a professional. So I just kept showing up, and then it just kind of kept unraveling, evolving, and I just fell in love with getting better. And if you don't have that, I think you can't do something like fighting, because it's just too fucking crazy, you know? Like, go do a different sport if you're not fucking obsessed with learning and being better and being dedicated to it, you know? Like, you got to be all a little bit, you know, whatever the word is. Because, you know, a normal person doesn't go, oh, like,
I love you.
I'm going to sacrifice everything to do a sport that I don't get paid to do, and I get, you know,
punch in the hand,
elbow in the face. Yeah. Like, not even just punch, like elbow, knee, fucking, I was going to say spat on it, but I'm not, no, that's kidding. I'm kidding.
I think, like, that's, like, you make such a good point there, B, because, like, it is such an intense sport. Like, what would you say, like, over the years, and I know this, like, is a very broad question, but, like, what has been your, like, biggest challenge?
That's so cute. I love it. No, seriously, I love this space view. Like, I am eating it all up. I'm gonna watch it back
I'm
later.
eating it all up.
Right, I have to say it now because my phone keeps blowing up because my sister's calling me, ironically, and I didn't tell her we're podcasting, but we briefly were talking before, diverting just a little bit. Britt and I grew up together, and I was saying to BB that she used to teach me how to crump, so we thought it would be good to keep crump. Yeah, do you know what crumping is?
No.
Oh, well, I can do a demo.
Is crumping dancing? Is it dancing?
So Britt is a jack of all trades. Like, she was a phenomenal soccer player, now a phenomenal fighter, right? But back in the day, she also was a phenomenal dancer. So she taught us how to crump. For us? Yeah. So you'll have to demonstrate.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad with no music and
Do you want Amy to sing for you? I can make it.
Wait, you know what? I'll put on a song.
Yeah, okay. Please do.
So this.
We're gonna have to cut so much of this.
I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to go, hey, Amy, like, you know, like, do you want to hang out? I'll teach you how to crop. Like, what the fuck?
Maybe I called it something different. I want to see what this is.
No.
Oh, it is honestly, like, and the thing is as well, we were like, they'd come over, we were like, it was like everyone had come over for dinner. It was like a family affair. And then we're all in the living room and the parents come in and we're all crumping.
I'm so not okay.
I'm so not okay.
Okay, hang on.
I'm not going to say anything, okay?
What gift did I use too?
Oh, I can't even remember.
I remember because I haven't come in so long. That's wrong with me.
Oh, is this crumpy? That is the best.
No, but I need to know. I need to know why I suggested that we did that.
I don't even know.
I reckon you can bring the crump back. I reckon you should do some TikToking on the crump.
That was the season then. That was the season. Do you know what? How cute is growth? Can I just put that out there after saying all that? Like, how good is like just growing up and growing older and mature.
Anyway, going back to where we left off, biggest challenge.
Biggest challenge.
Yeah.
As a fighter or
just in general.
I would say they're probably two different responses. I would say as a fighter, I think, and I kind of want to say this because this is the style of, you know, podcast and we're all gals talking about gal stuff. I'd say fighting with your period or training with your period is fucking hard, man. Like, especially when you're, you know,
training.
A symptomatic girl.
Yeah.
Like, Like, I want to come home and someone award me with a medal and be like, you went to training today, there you go. You know, like, I don't care about injuries, blah, blah, blah. But I'm so scared of getting my period on fight day, because of how sore it is and how much it impedes what I need to do. So yeah, I'd say that's like a fucking, as a female fighter, that's a huge challenge that is not spoken about or appreciated. But outside of that, challenge. Learning how to, are we talking like deep philosophical shit?
You go as deep as you like, babe.
I would say learning as a gal growing up, learning how to really invest in yourself and learn how to love yourself properly, you know, even when things happen, you break up with someone, you lose friends, you know, you have change, all that kind of stuff, and still go, you know what? But I love you, and I love, I love me, so I'm gonna be okay, and you move on, you know?
Yeah.
I love that answer. That's so good.
Yeah. 100%.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Being introspective's hard, and I feel like a lot of, I mean, now it's more of a fad, right? Like getting to know yourself and working on yourself.
Yeah.
I
Love yourself.
You know, the advice
self-care stuff.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So getting back to fighting, Britt, because I'm sure we could keep going. What is give us a bit of an insight on what it's like to train for a Muay Thai fight.
For a fight? Oh, okay. So outside of camp, you're there every day. 6 days, or 5 to 6 days a week. Inside camp, you've got like 4 proper hard training weeks.
So sorry, but can you explain to us what camp is?
Oh, sorry. So you have a fight, and then that's booked, and then 4 plus maybe 5 weeks out, that block is called camp. It's called fight camp.
Right.
So
okay.
Outside of fight camp is just like normal training or whatever, and then that block is dedicated to harder training, to get you ready for the fight. So everything amps up a little bit. You start you should be starting your diet plan way outside of 4 weeks, but you know, things officially happen within that block. So you know, you're dieting to lose weight, your training goes up, you probably take your strength conditioning recovery a little bit more serious, and what else happens? It's all official. So when you're in camp, I mean, I started dieting for my last fight outside of like 10 weeks, I think. But I also thought like other fights were going to come. I thought I was going to fight before that other fight. So, and that one was going to be really hard. So it was a little bit further out than normal. Anyway, and so go to training 6 times a week. I normally get to training at 5 o'clock. I'll do a warm up. I'll start official training at 6 o'clock, and then we finish at 8. So we do pads, half an hour pads, half an hour of sparring, an hour of sparring, or half an hour of clinching, and then some conditioning at the end. You do that every day. Takes me an hour up to 2 hours to get to training because I live on the other side. So basically from 3:30 till 8:30 when I leave the gym, I'm at the gym, or like in the car going to the gym. Which is like pretty much my whole day, right?
That was going to be my next question. So with the camp, do you do it at the gym that you currently train at?
Yes.
Okay.
So normal Muay Thai training is at the Muay Thai gym, and then you might have strength and conditioning outside of that, you know, with a strength and conditioning coach. And then you'll have a PT if you want or need that with your coach, which is pads. And pads is when you kick and punch and they're like holding those mitts for you and stuff. So yeah, Monday to Saturday.
So is that in the morning or is that night, evening?
Evening. So leaving
Evening,
at
yep.
3:30. Yeah, I mean, some gyms do morning sessions for their fighters and then PM sessions. Our gym works in that way where most people are only available for the PM, but like we're dedicated to that PM and like we all work, for the morning bit of the day until like, 3 to 5, depending on where people live and what they do. I'm just lucky that I can be really flexible with my time. But yeah, it's basically like part-time training, part-time work,
Yeah. Have you been with the same gym? Like, or did it take you a while to find the right gym that suits you? Because I obviously can imagine that, like, I mean, knowing you, you've created such an incredible community there with friends and stuff. But like, walk us on the journey of like, did that take you a while, or is that like the first ever club that you've ever like been with?
Yeah, I was with someone before where I'm at the moment. And I enjoyed it there, made friends there, and then wanted a bit more out of my training. And I didn't enjoy, and no one's probably gonna listen to this from their part, but I didn't like that I was the only one showing up being like, okay, guys, we need to do more. I didn't like feeling that what I was doing was over the top, or I don't want to just do the bare minimum in sport like fighting. I've been a professional athlete for so long, like it's not the right mentality. And so my other friends were training at this gym and it's the fucking best. And they were like, well, we train like we fight. And I was like, that's what I want. I want to go there feeling like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
And for people to make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then, I went and was like, fuck, like, you guys are awesome. And then I knew that those guys, especially my coach and my manager, they cared about it as much as I cared about it. Like, I'm obsessed with it. And I feel like my other previous gym, we didn't share that same vision for myself. So I was like, cool, I need the thing.
You need so how long have you been there now?
Like 3 years maybe.
Yeah, so decent time.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, like I've had I think at least 4 fights with those guys.
And do they focus more on training fighters?
We do both.
Yeah,
we do both. But they're a pristine gym in terms of respect and quality of fighters that come out of there. So within Victoria, I think we're the best.
No bias there.
That's very biased, yeah.
Do you have to go through a grading program there or no?
Nah.
Yeah, that's good.
We have amateurs, we have professional, we have a general class. We're very some gyms focus more on fitness and some gyms focus more on technique and fighters, and we're definitely one of those gyms that work on fighting and technique and fighters and that kind of stuff. If I got the belt, which didn't happen unfortunately this time yet.
Great language there. Great language.
Thank you. You did so good. Our gym would have had 4 Aussie Australian women champions, which is pretty fucking cool. Yeah,
that is cool. How many fights?
Sorry, you go.
Sorry, B. How many fights have you done now, Britt?
Just 8 professional. Yeah, still
casually.
Seedling. I didn't even. My only goal back in the day was like, just do like at least 3. Because if you do at least 3, then you can be like, I can call myself a fighter. We all have a fucking weird complex about not being good enough to be like, I'm a professional fighter, but it's a fact. You know what I mean? So I was just like, get to a place where you can be like, when you say that, you can say it with weight. But that's silly. Like, even if you have a fucking small business and you've sent out 1 order, you're still a business owner, Still have a business, babe. Get around it.
So out of those 8 fights, what's been your favourite?
Good question. I did real. It's so interesting. Oh, side note, my brain just went off. I was thinking the other day, and I have that question after this one, this thing, but I was thinking about all the different fights, and I remember how each, because I'm a single gal, I've been single for a while. I was reminiscing on how each camp I was like seeing someone different. Each camp is like, oh, that's when I was with Johnny. Like, oh yeah, cool. I'm like, oh, that guy. Oh, well, how funny is that?
So this is the Johnny fight, and this is the next guy.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I love it. It was a Johnny season, and then it was.
Do you know what? The last fight, I wasn't seeing anyone, and I really, really fucked with that. Like I was like not even like blinking an eye in any particular direction. Like before the last 6 months before that, I was totally single. Like I was like, I need some time to heal after this cunt that I dated. And I was like, don't even say my name. Don't even look in my direction. You know? The only things I want to do at the moment is pat my cat and have a bath. You know, just fucking don't come at me.
Nice.
Anyway, I digress. Sorry, that's totally off.
So you don't have a favourite fight?
Yeah, or a favourite season?
Sorry, favourite fight. So I obviously really enjoyed knocking that girl out with my head kick to her. That was good. I felt like proud that I could perform well in that fight. But I will say the last fight that I just had was my hardest. I enjoyed what I learned from it. I'm excited to fucking improve on what I need to improve on, and it's made me really hungry. Like I wanna kill someone now. I'm like ready to kill the next person.
Is that the one with Allegra?
Pardon?
Is that the one with Allegra that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched it, right, and I'm like, fuck, this is brutal.
Yeah.
But like it was just that one hit to the face that got you, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's funny because the punch wasn't necessarily the thing that rocked me. It was my head hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Like, ricochet. That sent me a little bit in terms of my 8 count. But yeah, I mean everyone loved the fight. Everyone's like, fight of the year.
Yeah,
that's so
I
good.
suppose you learn something from it, don't you? When if you do lose it, yeah.
Like the little things that no one knows about, where like I reflect at the end of the fight, and the whole thing's fun, weirdly, right? Like fight day is so fun. Like they've done all the hard work. I'm here. She wants to go me. I want to go her. Great. And after the fight, I was like, fuck. Like 3rd round, I forgot to do simple things like, okay, breathe.
Yeah.
Like take a moment, breathe, be present. What am I needing to do? And like there's a lot's happening. Like you're so overstimulated. Like you're easily stimulated as it is, let alone be like, hey, wow, I'm here doing the thing. So just things like that, and learning what I need as a person and what we need to do as a team in those moments, those tiny moments that are really important, or even like because it all goes so fast and you try and really slow it down and be present in that moment, which is my favorite thing about fighting. Even just being calm enough to be like, oh, this is happening in the clinch, like, which is where you're like locked up doing this stuff. See that thing in that moment and think about this other thing. You know, there's like a lot of high order thinking going on, but your muscle memory is just like popping off. So little things like that, you can't, what's the word? Not reenact, but you can't get from not being in the ring. That ring experience is like actually a thing. So yeah.
How do you reflect and review something like that? Because like you like to be able to grab that much awareness is phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? And kudos to you. But like, is there anything in particular? Because a lot of people, Britt, would take. I mean, I'm just saying in life in general, take that victim mentality. So how the fuck do you go through something like that and reflect and review and go, okay, cool, this is what I can utilize for this next fight that I'm doing? Like, what?
Do you know what? That's a really good fucking question. I really like that question, babe. Well done. There's a few things to unpack.
Some people say I'm born with it. No, I'm kidding.
Like, I'm gonna do dot points so I don't fuck off with the fairies about this answer. So the first being, like, although I was upset that I thought I'd let my coaches down and my team down about not, being really on point with the game plan and what I did, like, I feel like a lot of people that haven't lost a lot of, ever, they take it almost like personally. And I've seen a lot of people that haven't lost, and when they lose, it's like they get sent for, 6 because it's just a new experience. They're like, oh, like, I'm embarrassed, I can't come back from this, whatever. But, it took me a while after being upset and disappointed. But on the other side of that, I feel like perspective's everything, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I had a good fucking fight. It was a lot of firsts for me, like first 5-rounder, first title fight, first, whatever. I fucking punched on with her in her gym in her hometown, like, things like that I should see as like a step in the, right direction. And I had a lot to take away from it that makes me excited to be better. Oh no, I got some balloons. That was weird.
Celebrating.
What the
fuck? Go, Britt. That's a universe saying yeah.
Oh my god, the universe is responding. Balloons, excited, celebrate. It's gonna come up again. Party. Oh my Jesus. Six times like that.
100%.
That's because celebrate. That's weirded me out.
Send it to the fairies.
Oh.
Goosebumps.
I see that. Was that one?
Oh god.
Nah.
Press button.
Nah.
No,
nah.
Promise.
I saw bubbles come out the side before as well, but they just slipped back in.
That was a really good moment.
That was a good moment. That was very good.
Oh, I got full chills from that. I forgot what I was saying. But to answer your question, I feel like it's hard to not take it personally, and it's hard not to be upset. But I think everything about it is valuable, and I like to say it's all for the plot. Like I might not have won that one, but bitch, like at some point, like it's happening, and it makes for a better story later. And I'm not going to give up on myself because I lost, that time. I just like it gives me something that I might not have had after, and only certain things can make itself known when it doesn't work out. Like, who wants to be a fighter that's like won all the time and then has never had a hard fight? It was just like with life as well. Like, the fuck you gonna learn when everything goes your way? No. I love that. I love that.
Like, I have to ask, like, is there a like personal rivalry with fighting as well? Or...
between people,
no,
not really.
James.
Everyone's quite nice to their opponent. I, however, have to completely cut them off in terms of like being nice, because as soon as I'm like, oh, we're mates, you
don't want to hurt them.
Like my heart is actually too big. And then I step in the ring and I'm like, no, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I actually have a question on that. So, like, do you go into the ring, right? So you're getting ready, you're going into the ring. Do you go, I'm going to bash the shit out of this person? Or do you think about all the techniques and how you're going to, counterpart or whatever that's called? Like, what do you actually think at that moment?
Yeah, I great question. You guys have got some good questions. It is actually more like that. It's more of like, okay, I'm here to demonstrate what I've learned for this camp, and more about skill and thinking about what you're throwing and why. If you, and I think most people can agree with this as a fighter, if you go in being angry and emotional, you're gonna do shit.
No.
And none of your higher order thinking in terms of skill and acquiesce, you know what I mean, works, because you can't shut your fight or flight down. You want to be more conscious. So, I mean, most of the time it's, thinking about what you're going to throw and all that kind of stuff. But the vibe going into the ring and outside of it, the lead up to, it's like, bitch, come at me. Come at me. So it's like very
you get revved up,
but everyone's different. That's
but
just
then
me.
you want the audience to see your technique and your skills and what you're good at, and
but you do it in kind of like a
You put a persona on.
well, it's
or like
you enjoy hitting them away.
Do you find out in say the first round when you're going against somebody, do you find out what their kind of I suppose techniques are that they're really good at, and what you can kind of counteract at that point?
I mean, depending on if it's a 3-round or a 5-round fight, the 5 rounds go slower. Ours didn't really start slow, it just kind of like maintained its intensity, which was good. But the first couple in a 5-round is like getting to know like their little things that they do that you can pick up and go, okay, if I kind of fake this, you're going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. A little bit of chess. 3-rounders, there's not that much time to I mean, you can still be strategic. It's just a little bit different. You don't have as long to play around per se. But yeah.
Do you have sorry, Ames, I jumped in there, so I'll hand it over to you.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just it's so interesting. Do you have any like rituals that you do, or like superstition things like of the day of the fight?
I like to keep things to what I normally do, and I don't know if that's superstition, but you get to know what works for you. This fight was actually my most social. Normally I'm like, okay, weigh-in's done, I'm gonna go eat by myself, don't fucking talk to me, like I'm locking in, goodbye world.
Yeah, because you had a lot of people come with you, didn't you? Like there was, I remember that Instagram where you had like a lot. Everyone, it looked like everyone boarding the flight was.
Where was
going? No, but I enjoy that. That's what you thought. It was definitely not that case. I had my coach, my manager, his daughter, my gym wife. They all came. The promotions only pay for and organise for your trainer to come. So if you want another trainer on top of that, they have to pay out of their pocket, which is really
Where was it, Britt? Just so everyone
Sydney.
knows where. Oh, Sydney. Okay,
yeah, Sydney. In Sydney, the girl was from Sydney. It was in their gym, the promotion. So
you had the hometown.
And that made me excited, to be honest. I was like,
to challenge.
Like let's see if I can silence the crowd here.
Have you done one overseas yet? Like, would you like to go to Thailand, do one over there?
I haven't fought overseas yet. Am I bothered about it? No, I have a really good team here in terms of like my physio, my GP. Like if I was to stay in Thailand and fight, that would be good. But I think staying put in Melbourne and flying out for fights suits me better.
Yep.
I did have quite a few people come to Sydney. I had, Dad came up and my uncle was there. I had a mate that flew over with me, and that was so
cool.
much fun. Like just knowing that like I had, some people there to support me makes such a difference.
Why do you think it's good for women, or is there anything women can gain from doing a mixed martial arts or even Muay Thai? Like, what's your perspective on that?
I think it is so important for a woman to know some sort of martial art in terms of, you know, defending herself, feeling confident walking places by herself, knowing that she can handle herself a little bit more than she did before is not only empowering but helpful, you know. And I think we don't realize how much we can do as women in the fight world. I think, you know, everyone discredits themselves. Oh, you know, I need to be, you know, fit before I go. I need to be flexible. I, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, babe, like just go learn a couple of things, put them in your pocket. You know, it's so important. And I think that the more that we see other women do it with no, like, unapologetically, you know, getting around any sort of mixed martial art, they go, oh, actually, and gives them permission to do it and enjoy it and feel safe in the sport. I think it's progressed a lot now. I mean, back in the day, it's still intimidating to go to any sort of MMA gym or Muay Thai gym or any sort of gym that is, you know, predominantly male dominant. Because it's just fucking intimidating, hey? But the more that we see other people doing it or, you know, having an experience where they go, oh, look at that girl, like, training like it doesn't fucking matter over there in the corner, you know, it just lifts us all up in a fucking weird way, you know, like
gains confidence.
Where you go, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It creates.
And if I could do that one time, you know, I feel like my whole journey was worth it, you know, and I feel like I do. People go, fuck, Britt, you know, there's something about when you fight and the way that you fight. I wish I had that. I wish I could do that. And I was like, oh man, you don't understand how much that means to me. I think I'm a little bit sick, but I love the fact that you're taking that in a positive way.
Mate, you ain't fucking sick, bro. You ain't fucking sick. So, like, where to next for you, Britt? Like, what's the...
Well, I had to take a little bit more time after this fight to recover. Because like I said, my head hit the canvas quite hard. So I think we're looking at August or September for the next fight. Don't know who, what, when, where, why. I just am excited to stay active. My body's feeling good. That's the other thing, like, fuck me, injury. The journey of injuries has been another level of challenges. So yeah, as long as I feel good, I think I'm just gonna keep seeing what's available. You know, just not stopping.
I love that. Renaming, love that.
And
I
then
feel like going in for a box right now.
Oh,
Just grab those gloves.
Revved up, ready to go. Maybe, Britt, you can give us a little one-on-one class one day.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, you have to come to my gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it again?
Altona.
Yeah.
Amy will walk out fine. I'll walk out like this. I'll be crawling out.
No. I mean, like, I hope you crawl out. That means you had a great workout.
Yeah.
Let's actually do that. Like, I'm not even kidding. That'd be epic.
That would be fun.
Oh.
Yeah. And the guys at the gym, the people in the general class are really cool. I love seeing regulars. I love seeing people improve. Like, I'm like, no one knows what's happening in my head, obviously. But when I'm like sidelining, like looking at, you know, I don't know if I've already used his name, but Jimmy. Like Jimmy, his kicks have improved in the last 2 months. Like, I get high from it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're fucking sick. Like, that's because you were consistent. That's because you like showed up for yourself. It makes me so happy.
Would you ever go into like coaching and stuff, Britt? Or like take a more I mean, you're leading anyway, but like, do you know what I mean? Or is it just fight season right now?
It is fight season. It's interesting because I've never enjoyed coaching what I'm doing because I'm so like, this is what I do. Not that I don't want people to look up to me. I feel like there's a lot of responsibility when I coach, and I want to be just a bit staunch when I do my sport. Like, would I do it later? Maybe, but maybe for like little kids or something. but I don't want to be a role model right now as I do my sport, which sounds fucked, but like, yeah, I can champion
Sounds
other
fucked.
people. Like,
Is that what
like,
you said? I didn't hear you
yeah,
properly.
sounds
Did you
fucked. Yeah, sounds fucked. Sorry, am I not meant to swear?
No,
we'll
mate,
just
100%.
do what you want?
You 100%. You
Cool.
do whatever you want.
I
You be
definitely said
you.
fuck already.
I mean,
Oh, that's the
you
best.
you are such a phenomenal individual. I've been graced to obviously know you since I was little, but I think the energy that you bring to people is just crazy. Like where can people go and see you? Like,
Yeah.
where can they get their information if they listen to this and they're like, you know what? Fuck yeah, I want to watch her next flight. And then we have a whole group of people coming and watch you. Like, where can they go see you?
Well, I will drop dead with love. That's what will happen. So I won't be fighting. They can.
God.
You can follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Lemon Lime and Britters.
That's
Which, yeah. Lemon Lime and Britters. You know what? So I named my cat Lemon, and I was like, if I get another cat, then that one can be Lime, and it can be Lemon, Lime, and Britters. Or maybe I could do it with my children. I don't know. Do you reckon that's mean? Lemon, Lime, and Britters. Anyway,
No, that's great.
moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys, well, even if you both came to my fight, that's 2 people. Like that would mean the world to me. And
so.
going
Where
back
is
to
the next
compliment-
fight going to be, Britt?
Sorry, where? Melbourne.
Yes.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
I was fucking stick to answer the question. Melbourne, August or September. And Ames, right back at you. You're a fucking queen. And that's why we're still friends, because you were like, I want to reflect on what you're doing now.
Is it going to be? Do you know if it's going to be in Melbourne and like where, or you don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be. I don't know.
We haven't decided. Hey, do you have to
yeah,
get a
it's not
clearance
decided.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see. What's available, who's available to fight, what suits the timeline, that kind of stuff. So yeah, TBC. But in and around. Yeah, August, September. I mean, we're already the end of May.
I know, end
Yeah.
of May.
Wow.
When we know, we'll post it in our community chat anyway.
Yeah,
That's
that sounds
my promise to you. That's our promise to you that we'll grab a season squad together and come watch her.
Before you head out, don't forget to download the Body Awareness Kit. It's free and filled with tools and support we know so many of us need. From hormone balancing to daily wellness routines to real advocacy tips for PCOS and endo. You deserve to be informed and empowered. Get your copy now at the landing page or tap in the link in the show notes.